Hi everyone! So I'm going to do a requested video here, and yes, Elsie has made her appearance in the video at least once, okay? So she is in the corner there. Hopefully she won't be too distracting to you, but I'm going to do a requested video, and so this is requested by S. Bill. So hi S. Bill, I'm going to answer your question about water. Very good question. I'm happy you asked this question because it's perfect. It really is. And so Esbel asks, Miss Staci, can you please do a video on the amount of water one should drink as a raw foodist, given that raw foods are high in water content? Thanks. And yes, again, that's a wonderful question because I often thought about that too when I first went raw a while ago. That was always something that was on my mind, you know, because there's a lot of people that say, oh, you need 8 glasses of water a day, and then when you talk to other raw foodists, some of them say you need like 1 liter or 2 liters of water a day. But one thing I have found and one thing I have learned is that that's not really needed. That's really not required or really necessary. And before I go any further, you guys, I just want to say, I have to say this, I'm not the dietitian, nutritionist, health expert in any way. I don't claim to be, and I don't want to be, okay? These are just my thoughts and opinions, and I'm just sharing with you guys based off my own personal experience and what I've learned from other long-term raw vegans, okay, you guys? So I'm just sharing, okay? Just my thoughts and opinions. So the reason why I say that it's not really needed to drink straight water, that much straight water, is because what I've learned is that that's the whole point. That's one of the other whole points of eating raw fruits and vegetables, is that it's got water in them. They're water-rich foods, which is perfect for us. Fruits and vegetables, leafy greens, are perfect for us in every way. And the only reason why people, a lot of the mainstream media, I guess you could say, that we've been taught to drink, saying that we should drink 8 ounces of water every day or get this quota amount of water in every day, is because that's because most people don't eat a raw diet. So they're eating a lot of dried food, the cooked foods. They're eating that all day long, every day, so they're getting 0 water. So of course you're going to be dehydrated. Of course you're going to have to drink 8 ounces or even a gallon of straight water because you didn't consume any in your food. And so that is a big indication right there why eating raw is really important, really. And that's why it's one of the main reasons why it's good not to consume cooked foods. And it's another reason why you shouldn't eat processed foods or dehydrated foods. And so, I mean, it's not just the vitamin and mineral content that we go for in a raw diet, but it's because it contains the natural water, water that isn't like straight from the tap from your sink, or it's been processed and put in a jug and sold at the store. The water's a lot different when it's coming straight from the fruit and vegetable. And I can't really explain it very well, but there is, oh, sorry guys, if that kind of distracted you. Sorry, that's just a little piece of fuzz, just a little piece of fuzz, that's all it is. But there are 2, well, actually, real quick also is, I know water, as a lot of you guys know, water is very important for our body. Most of our body's made up of water, and all the organs, our eyes, everything inside, and even our skin needs a certain amount of water. And again, like I mentioned, that's why it's important to eat a raw food diet, because that's where we get an abundance of water straight. And also, when you think about it, in our natural environment, I don't know how often we would really find fresh water. So that's kind of another indication too, is that there's reason why the water, it's important to eat water-rich foods, the fruits and vegetables. But of course, drinking straight water is just fine. I know for me, I am a water person. I always prefer drinking water. If I were to drink anything, it would be water. But I know, of course, since on a raw food diet, it's good to have juices and stuff too. But I know if I were to choose a beverage, if I had to have a beverage, it'd be water, most definitely. But of course, a lot of you guys know that water is important to help move food through our body and everything. But you really kind of don't need that, because your food is already rich in the water and it's rich in the fiber. That's why I say the fruit and vegetables are perfect. We don't have to do anything. It's perfect. It's simple, easy, and perfect. We don't have to worry about anything. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome, you guys? That just makes, side note, that just makes me think so much about how easy God has made it for us. He created beautiful fruits and vegetables that are perfect, simple and easy and perfect. You don't have to do anything. Don't worry about all these quotas that everybody talks about. That's one thing I've learned is from other raw foodists, is that all the other animals and species in the world, they don't worry about their food. They don't worry about what they need to get, how much they need to get. I mean, God provides, okay? God provides. And but I know, leave it up to the human being to make a big ordeal about it and blow it way out of proportion, you know? But that's just my thoughts, you guys. But also, what I wanted to also say was that I would like you guys to visit, or actually go and watch 2 videos that will explain things a lot better, because I am not one who can really explain my thoughts very clearly and completely, you know, because usually at the end of my videos, I always leave something out. And so there is a video that Dr. Douglas Graham did about water, and then Loren Lockman, it's like a 15-16 minute video Loren Lockman did about water. And that's one thing a lot of the long-term raw food people say, is that you don't need to consume gallons of water or liters of water every day, because that's the whole point. That's one of the main points of eating a raw food diet, is we meet our water needs straight with just fruit. But of course, it depends on how dry of type fruits you're eating, or if you're really eating water rich content type foods. But there will be a link in the description below for you guys to go and watch those videos, because I think they hit the point spot on. And that's one thing I also wanted to mention too, was that's why I find that it's so beneficial to constantly be educating yourself about the body and what it truly needs, and how perfectly perfect a raw food diet really is for us, that you can't beat it. You can't beat a raw food diet. It provides you with everything you need. And that's one thing, is just to reiterate real quick, is that, I mean, just don't look at it just from a nutritional standpoint. Look at it from other perspectives and other angles, that it meets all your water needs too. I mean, for me, I live in a cold climate up here in Alaska, so the desire for water really isn't there either. But I eat so many water-rich fruits and vegetables that I am hydrated. And I know a lot of people also say that you should be peeing clear all day long, and because that's a good indication too, because the water's there to help flush out toxins and everything. But one thing with water is, when you're drinking it while you're eating, or after you've had a meal, or even when you have your fruit, it dilutes your digestive juices and everything, and it disrupts the natural digestive process and everything. So, I mean, straight water, I mean, you can have straight water, most definitely, but that just goes to show you how perfect raw foods are. The water-rich raw fruits and vegetables is, you're hydrated in that meal. You don't need to have your meal and water with it. no, it's all right here, and that's what I'm just trying to say, is that it's good to educate yourself about how the body processes food, the right foods it needs, and all that stuff there. Okay, guys, so those are my thoughts and opinions on that. That's what I do. I find myself not drinking a lot of water because I get most of it from fruits and vegetables, and I am just fine. My eyes stay hydrated, I feel hydrated, and it isn't until I start eating dates when I start feeling dehydrated, or if I eat some dried figs or the dried type fruit once in a while, then of course that immediately dehydrates you, and then you need some water and everything. But other than that, you're good. You're good, in my opinion. And I know for a lot of other people, there's other raw foodists that will say differently, and you know, everybody's got their own opinion. It's up to you. You take what you want. You figure out what you think is right. Experiment. Try it. Try drinking a lot of water, and then try not having a lot of water while eating fully raw, and see how you feel. And then you make the call for your judgment and everything. And I know for me, I've tried getting a liter of water in, and I can't. And it also just determines where you live, how hot it is in your climate, how much you exercise also, and so all that plays a factor also. But I know, for me, I'm not going to force it down when my body's not calling for water, when it's okay on water. And and every day is going to be a little bit different too. But I don't think we need to try and force a gallon of water down, or force a liter of water down, because you can hurt yourself. There is such a thing as too much is a good thing. And so that's why it's really good to educate yourself and follow the long-term raw food people, because they're the wise ones. They're the ones that know their stuff, and they know what they're talking about. And that's why I love to follow Loren Lockman's channel. I love to follow Dr. Douglas Graham's channel, the long-term raw food people, because they know their stuff. And I agree. I've made decisions for myself, and I completely 100% agree with them. Okay, guys, so hopefully that helped you out, Bill, and everybody else. Hopefully it did in some way. If not, that's okay. That's okay. And just sharing. Okay, so remember to love being raw, you guys. Put a big old smile on your face today. I hope I did that for you guys. And I'll see you next video, okay? Bye, guys.